Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio. Y'all know who the fuck it is. Alrighty, I know this isn't new news, but I mean this just goes into what I've been talking about, how fucking horrible Uber support is, right? And this is a rash. I've gotten three of these, three different drivers in two different markets have posted these, picked up the wrong passenger notifications and then got the fares taken off. The good news is they all got the fare back. But here's the part I don't understand. Why doesn't Uber's support, instead of automatically taking away the fare, why don't they reach out to the driver first? Why is it always the passenger's word against the driver? Or not even that. It's always like the passenger's word. Okay, yeah, no, we're going to go ahead and take the passenger's word for it. Driver be damned. It's never like, okay, well, this person made this claim. How would, what actually happened? There isn't of that. It's pretty much guilty until proven innocent. It's exact opposite of how our legal system works. And it's a fucking travesty. And it's fucking crazy. So as you guys see there, this one fare got adjusted to negative $31. And because the driver has the Aon insurance, it was a loss of $1.17. The driver who went ahead and called this, was this that ride? No, this was a different ride. Driver said she's some trashy trailer trash trick. I don't fucking know, but it's like, this is fucking shameful. If you can't afford a ride, take a bus, borrow money. Don't try to fucking sneak one past Uber. Like, guess what? I know what it's like to not have money. Trust me, I know what it's like. My late teens, early 20s, I barely ever had money. I know it, but it never crossed my mind to like scam someone for money. I never thought to myself like, yeah, I'm gonna get one over on some poor average working Joe because I don't have money. But as you guys remember that video I made about the girl who's bragging about, scamming Uber on Facebook, this we could be seeing more and more and more of this. Because these people, that chick was boasting about doing this. She was laughing it off like, look at me. Check this out, guys, share it. And unfortunately, there are people who don't have, the disposable income to order rides. So they'll, like I said, it was a wrong rider picked up this time. Next time, the driver was drunk. The following time, the driver was high. The following time, the driver was a completely different person. We are dealing with a percentage of the population that will say anything for a free ride. And we are dealing with an app that will take those scumbags at their word. And the drivers are the ones who have to prove otherwise, not the passenger. Right? It's fucking bullshit. Pardon my language. So obviously this driver said he had dash cam footage where he confirmed picking up the passenger by name, which you don't even, why would you, that's great that he had that. That is. But that shouldn't be a necessity. It shouldn't be like, hey, we got this report. Looking at this passenger's history, we're on the fence of whether or not it's an actual complaint or it's a valid complaint, or if it's just a fraudulent activity. Uber and Lyft should be reaching out to the driver first before taking the fare away. In my opinion. I could be wrong about this. And then here's another ride. This was in Chicago too. So again, look at that. Fare adjustment, negative $14. Wrong rider picked up. So I mean, I don't know where this was. I don't think the drivers shared the location. But look at that. Someone went out, enjoying themselves on a Saturday night, gets a ride home, and they're like, oh, turns out I might have spent too much at the bar popping bottles, taking shots. Might have spent too much on my late night tacos. Really needed that $14.40. Driver be damned. You know, it was his fault for picking me up. You know, it's all on the driver. So obviously this passenger maybe they didn't like the fact that they paid surge in demand pricing. You know? Who knows? But like I said, if Uber did not return this fee, it's just going to embolden the passenger. It's just going to enable them to do it again. And like I said, maybe she's like, okay, well, I can't use that excuse next time. Next time, I'm going to say the driver was racist. Next time, I'm going to say, you know, like I said, there's so many fucking excuses. I'll say the driver had another person in the car with him that didn't belong there. When, like I said, I'll say it again. When you have a certain population of passengers that are willing to lie to ride for free, it just opens the door for all these bullshit complaints. All right. And then here was probably the dumbest one. This was in a different market. The guy, driver's from DC. So, does anything like this stick out to you guys? Does anything appear odd? Base fare, distance, time, wait time, fare adjustment, negative $8.44. Wrong rider picked up again. But even though this driver picked up the wrong passenger, somehow they still decided to tip him. So not only is this passenger a scam artist, they're a fucking moron. Like, hey, dude, turns out let's say the fare was $13, right? That's what Uber charged them before the tip. They're probably, oh, dude, well, you know, you picked up the wrong passenger. Let's say that passenger really needed $11. So he felt bad about taking all of it back, but still tipped the driver $2. Like, this makes no fucking sense to me. You're gonna claim the wrong passenger was picked up, you're gonna make a fraudulent claim, and then you're gonna tip the driver on top of it. And like I said, I don't know what Uber can do to improve this. This doesn't seem like it happens that often on Lyft. This happens pretty frequently on Uber. And I don't know what Uber can do to correct this. I mean, yeah, you might literally have to like put a dash cam in there and just record every single fucking ride now. Because it's either that, if like, I've only had this happen to me once. I remember it was like a 3-block ride too. Pool passenger, go figure. But if you're getting hit with these kinds of complaints over and over again, like I said, you never know. And Uber might eventually just drop the hammer on you because you got too many of these complaints, even though you're doing nothing wrong. Your funds are being threatened, and your account could potentially be threatened, right? Because like I said, Uber doesn't look into the validity of these claims. They just look at the amount of claims against you. Let's say you got 3 of these in the same week, Uber, and you didn't actually pick up the wrong person. Uber might still drop the hammer on you, right? So what steps can Uber take to prevent this kind of shit? The PIN system? Will that work? I don't know. I really don't know. Didn't they do a thing where they said they're recording rides now? They're recording the audio of rides? Like, will that change this? It just seems like Uber dumps so much money. They just flush so much money away on these fraudulent claims while emboldening and enabling passengers to do this kind of shit. and it's fucking ridiculous. It's 2020. You think they would have like worked this kind of shit out by now, but it's still happening, clearly. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for this one. I want to thank you all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.